Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome in. Welcome in. Hope everybody's doing well today. It's Wednesday morning here in the States. The week is half over. It's hump day. Let's hope the rest of this week passes quickly. We are back playing Elite Dangerous this morning, going to do some exploration. We're going to try some of the rags to riches pathway. We're going to go hunt down some specific planets, see if we can make some money, and have some fun while doing it. So what do you say we just go ahead, kick this thing into high gear, and let's get to it. Let's see, our first system is going to be the Alroy sector. I know I pronounced that wrong, but let's just go ahead, jump on in. We've already got our course plotted. Now we're just taking off. I'm going to hope everybody's week is going well. And yesterday was a full day between getting roasted by Arik and several other people yesterday, my good friends. Man, I got a package last night from my best friends, DC Sparks and Red Dirt Ranch, that I was not expecting. And man, oh man, what a package it was. They had me sweating. Sorry we had to turn the cam off this morning. Unfortunately, something happened. The settings changed, and I couldn't get the green screen reset before we went live, so I just turned it off for today. And I'll get it worked on tonight. Get it set back up so we could turn the cam back on tomorrow. Our first jump of the morning. Let's see. Our system is. There she is. All nice and pretty. Got to keep our fuel filled up. Make sure we can jump back and forth. We're using a hauler for our exploration ship because this way we've got the longest jump range. I've outfitted her specifically for this purpose. Here's our target system. Got a little smoke in the cockpit here. Our ventilation system took care of it, and we are We are arriving. Ooh, 21 orbital bodies. Well, we're specifically looking for specific ones. So let's see what the galaxy map here looks like. Ah, yes. Geez, a big O system. Let's check and see where she is first off. All right. Won't take too long to fill up our tanks. We didn't use that much fuel on our last jump. That's the planet we're going to go to. Getting some long range scans in. All right, this is planet 5. This is close to where we're going to go. We're looking for planet 6, 7, and 8. So since we're here at 5, we're going to go ahead and scan this one in too. Get it in, get it looking good. We're should be in scanner range momentarily. There we go. Here we go. As we probe the planet. Last probe there should probably do it. Ooh, just off, just off. We're now aiming to drop this one on the backside in that nice big square that still hasn't been mapped yet. We want a center hit. And we overshot it. Yep, we overshot it. That's okay. That's okay. It's all good. Playing a game, we're having fun. That's all that matters. That's all that ever matters. If you're not having fun while playing, what's the point in playing? Now that was where we wanted to hit. All right, let's see. Let's see. Okay, we're at 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay. This planet should be number 6. Last night I made some crock pot lasagna, so I went off my diet just for that. It's not often we have it, but the wife wanted some, so had to make it for her. Don't know what I did differently to it, but it tasted a lot better than normal. Maybe it's because I've been on a strict diet for a while and I just needed a little bit of a change. Occasionally a cheat meal's good. Oh, this is Planet 3. Not quite the world we wanted, but we'll go ahead and take it too. Hey, efficiency is calling for 6 probes. Let's see if we can do it in 5. definitely got it. There we go. We got that world complete. That one's on the back side. So let's see something. Let's see if I could do this. That's planet 5. That's planet 6. So here we go. Hey, Imfried, good morning. How are you doing this morning? Welcome in, sir. Welcome in. Hope you're having a good morning. You know, Imfried, your wife was quick to sell you out last night. All I had to do was ask her, and she was going to give me y'all's address. Man, I like that. That makes things a lot easier on me. Good, good. Glad to hear you're doing well, sir. Glad to hear you're doing well. You know, apparently I wasn't the only one Ark was assaulting with the she's still threatening to send it to you. Actually, I think she's threatening you. She said all I had to do was ask. But apparently last night Ark wasn't only assaulting me with telling me I was 98. He also posted one last night telling people to go over and wish Jimmy a happy birthday because he was 97. So I don't feel so bad now. Yeah. Oh, yeah. But you know, right now I got a couple bigger targets. I definitely have got to do something to Jimmy and DC for what they sent me. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You know, I got 2 bottles of lube for my birthday. One from Norm, one from Jimmy. Well, what they sent me yesterday puts the other 2 bottles to shame. And I know I'm a small fish in that big pond of yours. Yeah, well, these guys are really on the top of the list today. And I have to find the perfect thing to send to them in retaliation. They sent me a 36-ounce bottle of lube. This thing must weigh every bit of 5 pounds. I couldn't believe the weight of this box when I picked it up. And there was no markings on it where it came from, so I had no idea what was in it. Yeah, they sent me a... Yeah, oh yeah. No, the lifetime supply was that one that I found that was a... it was a huge container that you would use on a farm. It costs about 10 grand for it. And with the freight cost and tax, it come out to just shy of 11 grand. 11,000. I don't know what I'm going to do with this big thing. I mean, this really is a lifetime supply here. Now, the other two are still sealed. And now I got this big thing to put on the shelf right beside it. Probe in this world. This world is going to be worth a little bit of cash to us. Go. I've heard jokes about buying it in bulk at a store and going for the 55. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, I really wanted to scan it. I didn't want to launch that probe, but, well, it's launched, so can't do much about it now. Gonna watch the back to see where we hit. Almost dead center. Man, they kept dropping clues about what they sent me, and it's like, man, what the hell did they send me? This thing arrived yesterday, and I feel sorry for our poor mail lady. There's no telling what the hell she's thinking. Okay, we're going for Planet 7. I mean, this box was sealed. It was a thick box. Okay, it wasn't single ply cardboard. This thing was double. And it was thick. And it was well taped. And it was, man. Even the name on the return label was obscured, so you had no idea where it was coming from because it came from some kind of fulfillment center. It's one of those drop ship warehouses where all their freight's stored at the fulfillment centers. They sell something, they send the notification to them, and then they ship it out. You know, the way I've gotten some of the packages from the Postal Service, I'm surprised this thing wasn't busted open. Glad I worked third shift. I won't have to deal with the looks when I was off your packages. If you Oh no, it's going to come from Amazon, whatever it is, and it's going to be in a nice plain brown box. You're not going to have any idea as to what's inside of it. And it's just going to, yeah. And the surprise is going to be when you open it and go, oh my God, did he really send me that? Yeah, okay, we're going to fly past her. The worst part is Miss Him threatened to take pics of it, post them on Discords. Yeah, well, Jimmy asked me if I wanted to let my wife open it. It's like, I didn't know what the hell's in the box. It's like, absolutely not. No way. When I sent him his chocolate thing September 2 years ago, that's the first gag gift I ever sent him. I wasn't concerned what he thought of it. I was more concerned about what his wife thought of it. Last thing I wanted to do was piss off Miss Red Dirt. Uh-uh. Uh-uh. Oh no. Because some of those southern women, boy, when you piss them off, oh, there is no making up for it. None. And you can never apologize enough. I'm just thinking of all the crap I've sent him over the years as gag gifts. I told her she would have to look at the items he sent. She said, "Oh no, we have trash bags and it's going in your closet." Let's see. There was one day that Jimmy was talking something about skid marks, and I don't remember really what the conversation was. And so I found him a pair of shorts on Amazon that featured a tractor making skid marks. So I sent them to him. And the jokes got a little bit weirder from there. I threatened to give you Fluky's address. He told me do it. He wasn't scared of you because you're old. I. You might want to be careful about that. Just because I'm old, that doesn't mean anything. I'm still just as devious as ever. But I still say the chocolate penis was the best one. Mm-hmm. But I always alerted him when he could open something on stream and when he couldn't. And he still kind of felt a little bit nervous because I was warning him that he could open it. Very tempted. Told him I wouldn't be scared of you showing up. I'm scared of what was. Yeah, man. Never be scared about me showing up on your doorstep. It's going to be, what am I going to send you? Because there's no telling what's going on through my mind. And every time I do something like that, I take into account how good of a friendship we have, how well we get along, and if you're good at taking a joke. Because my wife is still amazed that Jimmy sent me a walker and tennis balls for my birthday last year. And you know, the worst part is I had a bad arthritis flare up in December, and it was so bad. I actually thought I was going to have to use the thing. That's how bad I was hurting. But my doctor many years ago told me that because the way my arthritis was progressing, that probably within 5 years I would be in a wheelchair. And that was 9 years ago. So Just wait till next year. Probably will be a wheelchair. Yeah, probably so. I told him, if it happens, it happens. But I'm still going to enjoy myself before then. And when I lived in Louisiana, I used to love to go skydiving. First time I started having leg problems, went to the doctor. And there he was just telling me that, my knees were wearing out. And then I finally got to where I couldn't skydive anymore. I'll even donate to help get it for you. Man, what is it with y'all ready to put me in a wheelchair already? I got some of y'all wanting to put me in a wheelchair. I got Jimmy wanting to put me in a nursing home. I mean, last time I checked, I'm not quite that old and ready to go there yet. And I wouldn't suggest that to my wife because she probably would start looking. She probably would. Now, to her, it would be a joke, but I could see her having these pamphlets sent to the house so she could lay them out on the kitchen table just to surprise me. All right. That's the 3 planets we were looking for. Number 6, 7, and 8. No, I don't think she is. Because believe me, if she was looking for something like that, she'd have been giggling in the other room just to let me know she was doing it. She can't keep anything like that quiet. She's kind of like me. When I look up stuff and memes to send Jimmy, I'm laughing because I know how he's going to respond. She's worse than I am. So I know exactly what she would be doing. Okay, we're now traveling to system HIP 91614. We are going to be looking for planet 3, but we'll probably hit a couple others while we're there. So let's go ahead and hit it, see what we got. We'll fuel up at the star while we're there. Yeah, she'd have been laughing. She'd have been looking for some place like, something that looked like a prison. She wouldn't go for one of these nice places that, every room has windows. There's a door to go out in the courtyard. Nah, she wouldn't do anything like that. She'd be looking for something that's cinder block walls and, little cots and a 6-foot by 8-foot cell. Yeah. That's what my wife would be looking for. And I remember when I was in Baton Rouge and I was looking for one for my grandmother, I found this one place. Man, this place was terrific. They had just built it. It was brand new. And she would have had her own apartment. It was a 10-story building. And the rent that they wanted was more than most of the houses in Baton Rouge. It's like, ho, 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 ho. No, no, no. But I ended up finding her a nice place that she liked. She liked the people that worked there. She liked her roommate. That's all that mattered. Okay, she liked her second roommate. Her first roommate was weird. This old lady, wow. She'd sneak into other people's rooms and she'd steal their things. And nobody ever suspected her because she looked all sweet and innocent. And I saw this woman; she was not sweet and innocent. So my grandmother had a couple of her things come up missing, and I flat out asked the woman if she gave them back. That's the reason why we decided it was time for a new roommate. Okay, that's the planet we're looking for, Planet 3. Planet 3. Oh, yeah. And food, she'd steal desserts. She'd steal the people's desserts from the cafeteria. She would distract them and steal their desserts and go back to her room, and she'd hide them. She wouldn't eat them, she'd hide them. There was a rotten fruit and cookies, and there was something I think that was a piece of pie. I say I think because it looked like shoe leather at this point. There's no telling how old it was. And the staff said they were always going up in there and finding food. My grandma was like, she couldn't stand the smell in there, and that woman just drove her crazy because she also just kept talking to herself over and over and over. And it wasn't that she was talking to herself, she was answering. And it's like she was talking to 4 or 5 people. And I went over there to go visit my grandmother one day, and she's in her room, and her roommate was over there, and it was just babble, babble, babble. It's like, wow. Now, I used to work with this little guy. His name was Joe. Real friendly, real outgoing. We worked for a Ford Lincoln Mercury dealership, and that was back when he started, the mechanics all wore their little white suits. And he still wore his little white suit. That's all he ever wanted to wear. This man was so friendly, and one day I went to go talk to him because I worked in the parts department. He needed something, and I need to ask for clarification to make sure I ordered the right part for him. And I asked him about it, and he starts talking to me, and he turns his face to the side, and he says something, and all of a sudden he turns his face back like he's looking at himself, and he starts responding. And he had a 10-minute argument about whether or not that was the correct part that he really needed. And me and the 2 other mechanics were standing there just looking at him going, oh boy. Joe was a real nice guy. They forced him into retirement. They decided to not give him very much work, so they forced him into it. And it was the service manager and service writers who did it. And we were furious about it. All right, we got some big places here. So we've got 5 impact points. Let's see where that first one impacts at. Prime. Not bad. Launch probe at this one. Oh, Miss Imfrey just woke up and she's off to having a Dotson. Oh man, I am so sorry. I am so sorry. Please give her my best. Please tell her I say good morning. And you guys need anything, just let us know. Hit that tiny little spot right there. For 1%. 1%. That's all I needed. She can hear you. I have. Ah, okay. Hope you feel better, Miss Imfried. So let's check out the rest of this system. Let's see if there's something else here. Really don't want any gas giants. I don't want to play with them. Last planet looks like a ball of ice. There we go. She's just really frustrated. This is day 3 in a row dealing with it. I'm sorry. I know how that feels from having to deal with something for several days in a row because when my arthritis flares up, 2 years ago, I had a flare up that was so bad in my knees and ankles, I couldn't walk. And I pretty much was bedridden for about a month and a half. It was so bad, I couldn't walk. There were times, and we called the doctor. They offered pain pills. Pain pills didn't do anything. And I had found myself getting addicted to them at one point, so I had to stop taking them. They offered to give cortisone shots, but they couldn't guarantee they'd last. Man, I was even to the point of just take them off just to make the pain end because I couldn't do it. And the only sleep I was getting, excuse me, the only sleep I was ever getting was when I would pass out from exhaustion. And that was only about 2 to 3 hours. And I was lucky if I got that much sometimes. Yeah, my wife was having to handle everything, and I mean everything. I was lucky that I was able to get up just enough to be able to go to the bathroom. And I could sit in my chair for maybe 15 to 20 minutes before I had to lay down to get the weight off my legs. I just couldn't take it. And she saw me getting frustrated. She saw me crying. And she said that I was the grouchiest I had ever been. She had never seen me that bad before. And I was biting everybody's head off because that's how bad I felt. I don't want to fly past this world, but I know that I will. Coming in just a bit too hot here. And luckily, I haven't had a flare up like that one again. That one was bad. She even threatened to divorce me. That's how bad it was. Issue right knee, especially after acting his. Ooh. Ooh. Damn, man, I'm sorry to hear that. That's, mm. Most of my arthritis is caused by damage I received when I was a kid. Courtesy of my father. He, uh, he was very abusive. Especially to my mother and myself. He never had any problem about, in essence, pretty much just beat the crap out of us whenever he felt like it. We were his personal punching bags. And you got to remember that back then it was whatever the parents said happened. So I was always in the hospital for injuries because apparently I was the clumsiest kid on the planet, falling downstairs, flipping over my handlebars on my bike, and stuff like that. And that's what I had to deal with growing up. It's also one part of the reason why I act like I do. I'm just a big kid because I never really got to have a childhood. And this is all payback from the stuff that he did back then. So it's like I'm being having it done all over again. And that's the reason why when I had my son, I had to be so careful in correcting him so that I didn't do what he did. Okay, so we got the entire backside of the planet to do. Probe should be pretty much on target for where I want them to. Split my knee open down to the tendons. Also had the rim of... Holy shit, dude. Oh, man. The only real workplace accident I ever had was... Oh, Jimmy, really? I'm awake now. I'm awake. I'm awake. Thank you, Jimmy, for the 400 bits, sir. Greatly appreciated. How are you doing this morning? Look, I did not do that on purpose, okay? You can still say whatever you want to say, and thank you for the 100 biddies, but I did not do that. Good morning, Jimmy. How are you doing this morning? The hell you didn't, it's clip. Man, y'all make it sound like I purposely stood up and turned my butt toward the mic just to blast it. And I didn't. I swear I didn't. Just working on stuff early. Man, you're always working on things, though. You need to get some rest, brother. No one said purpose. No, but y'all are making it sound like I did. Just said it happened. Yeah, but the thing is, though, even my chair squeaks and y'all were accusing me of doing it. And this was before that incident. No, not me. You are. I mean, I'm just an innocent little bystander here that had a normal body function. No denial. No denial. I'm being truthful and honest, and thank you for the 50 biddies. But it was strictly an accident. That's the bad thing. Oh, boy. Jimmy, thank you for the Godzilla roar and another 500 biddies, sir. Yeah, I'm afraid most of my accidents always occurred while helping somebody else also. But I dislocated my ankle one time and rammed it back in place. We had to leave the workplace because my ankle got to be about the size of a basketball. Jimmy, thank you for the 450 bits, sir. Thank you. That bottle is still sitting on the table beside me, And there's something covering it up because I'm not sure exactly how to show that one to my wife. After the way she reacted the last bottles, especially the one when she threw up in the shower, wanting to know why a guy was sending me another bottle of personal lubricant, I'm kind of leery about this one because she's probably going to ask me if there's something we need to talk about. And if I mention your name, then she's really going to start wondering things. So, well, she already does that anyway, but not as much as your wife does. I mean, your wife does it constantly. Mine doesn't. Yours did that to us while I was sitting at the table with you. Wrong planet. That's the one. Love that you're showing Leo some love. I really hate to put a stop to it, but can we please stop with loud sounds? Miss Siegfried is up this last one. Sorry, Miss Siegfried. Yeah, but that's what I like about your wife is that she don't hesitate till she just says it. Kind of like we were sitting there at the table and she said she didn't have 4 kids in the house. She had 5 and she just looked at me and shook her head and walked off. Like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But she knew what she was getting into when y'all said I could come up to visit. I couldn't help that. I couldn't. But at least I didn't start singing. And she had to put up with that during all the Twitch Sing stuff. All that little caterwauling sounded like alfalfa from the Little Rascals. No, she didn't. She actually left the house. Okay, I don't feel so bad then. She left the house. I turned the volume down on Discord and muted the stream. So I mean, I was doing good. She told Casey to keep me in line. He came in. I remember that one time he came in and told you needed singing lessons. I think that was a time we were prepared to try to find somebody who'd be willing to have mercy on you and give us some singing lessons for you for real cheap. I'm also thankful you didn't sing in the vehicle. Man, I probably would have jumped out the door in traffic that day. Fly all the way up to Washington to be tortured. All right. To be honest, none of you have heard my real voice. It would make you cry like an angel getting cash. So, how does it feel to be 97 years old? I love that Arik decided to slam you as well. I don't know. Arik said you were 97 too, so I mean it's He called you 97, called me 98, because Betty White was 99. Oh, yeah. He sent me a message going, well, Jimmy's going to kill me for what I posted on Twitter. So I had to go look. And that's when I clipped it and sent it to you going, yeah, he probably will. I mean, not often you get called a century old. Casey at least only advanced my age by 8 years. He was adding 35 to it. And the key thing is that you were laughing when I told you about it. Uh-huh. Yeah, we're going to have to get him back. Man, those pictures he sent me yesterday. Oh my God. Ooh. I couldn't help but keep looking at them. I just had to. I just absolutely had to. They were beautiful. Trying to get this planet mapped here without flying to the back side of it to make it easier, but we're still going to have to tag the dead center of it. Let's see how close I could come. That one should hit right in the middle. Whether that'll finish this planet off or not, I don't know. We'll find out in a second or two. We got it. All right, we got this planet mapped. Let's see what else is here. Oh, Mr. Ringworld. Nah, we're not playing with that one. We're not playing with that one. We're going to bypass that one. All right, our next system is going to be HIP 93326. Should just be one jump. Yep. And we've got we need to get some fuel. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back to the star here real quick. We'll go back to the star and fuel up first.
was pretty good. It was all funny when it was somebody else. Then he decided to tag you to it, and it's like, yep, yep, had to do it. Had to do it. For everybody just joined us, I had to keep the cam off this morning. Something happened to my green screen settings, and I couldn't get them taken care of before the stream started, so I just turned the cam off. Later on this afternoon, I will get it set back up, work on it, get it fixed, and get it all done. Hey, good morning, Miss Imfried. How are you doing this morning? I'm sorry to hear you're not feeling well, ma'am. I'm sorry. Well, to make yourself feel better, just think of all the amazing things I could send to your husband. Sorry, didn't mean to be buzzkill. Ah, you're fine. Yes, ma'am, you are absolutely fine. So far, not good. Fifth seizure so far this week. I'm sorry you're going through that, ma'am. I truly am. I truly am. All right, let's take that out because we want to start scooping fuel here real quick. We're not going to probe the sun. There's no point in that because, well, can't land on it. It's definitely not easy to deal with. Yes, ma'am, I do understand. Come on now, deploy my scoop. Well, I sure don't want to aim down toward the center of this thing. Okay, heat's going up. There we go. Start tilting up some so I can get away from some of the heat. Okay, we're at 63, 65%. I want to get away from it. There we go. And by changing course, it wiped it from the map. So here we go. Let's put it back in again. It was HIP 93326. Just one big old jump. And away we go. Diagnose. Control. Excuse me one moment. Apologize about that. Temperature changes around here are killing my sinuses. Absolutely killing them. Most definitely, Jimmy. Most definitely. They are in our thoughts and prayers. You're not supposed to sniff the boy. Really? Really? So far this week, we have gone from highs in the 30s and 40s, and today is supposed to be almost 60 for it to drop in the 40s again for a couple days before 60 again on Sunday before we go back down in the 30s again. Yeah. No, I'm not sniffing or snorting the boy butter. God, I can't even say that name. Oh my God. Every planet in here is just about ringed. Oh. Let's go ahead and fuel up while we're here at the sun. Okay, fuel tank is filled up. Because I sure don't want to run out of fuel out here somewhere. Fallen Noob, I'm doing good. How are you doing today? Welcome in. Good morning. I'm sorry. Good afternoon for you. I hope you're doing well. We're just doing a little bit of exploring this morning. Doing some of the rags to riches worlds. Not too bad. A little explorer out earlier that ran because I found Thargold. I've been watching other players play with them, other streamers, and I've been watching the YouTube videos on them, and they're not something I really want to come across anytime soon. I was on a Diamondback Explorer, so I didn't stand a chance in a fight. Yeah, because I've seen their combat. I've seen the way they fight. They are nasty. Let's see. Let's see. Hey, Silver. Good morning, sir. And Jimmy, I do apologize. I do apologize to you. You caught me off guard with all the shenanigans already this morning. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome in Silver Architect 78, a good friend of mine. If you don't know who he is, please click that link, go over, give him a follow. Leave his notification bell alone. Make sure you tell him Astro sent you over. And I apologize to you, sir. That was rude. Please welcome Mr. Red Dirt Ranch, one of my best friends in the world, to the stream. Great guy, world-class entertainer. I'm sure all of you know him, but just in case you don't, please click that link. Go over, give him a follow. Make sure you tell him Astro sent you over, and you will definitely be glad that you went and saw him. All right, so let's see. We are going for, let's go for mid-range. Yeah, I meant to shout out Red this morning, but because he came in with T-Rex and Godzilla and farting, didn't think anything of it. My apologies to the man. My apologies. He knows I wouldn't do anything like that on purpose. Now, sending him jokes in the mail, that's a little different. Just like the payback he will receive. And he and DC will both be getting different items. Unless I find something perfect for both of them. That's Planet 3. That's the planet I was looking for. Whoops. Gotta quit doing that. Wow. Yeah. I'm getting a little bit better with it. Look at all these ringed worlds here. They are a pain to try to scan to go around the rings. So we're going to jump to our next system. Let's see what we can find there. HIP 90665. A little bit further out. 45.11 light years. Feels good because we fueled up at the sun before we came out here. So let's get our journey underway. It's a red dwarf star. No, Silver. Voice command still failed to work. Tried uninstalling it, tried reinstalling it, put it on admins, took admin off. She still gives voice commands, but she refuses, or the game does not respond to anything being said. So I've just got her disabled for right now. Yep, 90665. There's our target. We are looking for World 5, planet number 5. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Little ringed world. We'll hit a couple more of these planets that are here too. But take care of our target first, though. Get a little bit of fuel up here. I like keeping fuel tanks full. Always good. Aim for our planet. Let the computer do a little bit of the driving for us. We'll get close enough and take over. Park far enough away so we can get the scans in. Be all happy, be all smiles. But welcome in, everybody. Hope everybody's doing great this morning. We finally started venturing out really amongst the stars. I'm really getting into the exploring part. I'm really liking this. Somehow between this and the cargo runs and the trading, oh yeah, that's probably what I'm going to end up doing mostly. Okay, well, goodbye, little world. We're just going to fly right past you and come back. Yeah, we just wanted to do a flyby. Yeah, that's right. I did that intentionally. Did that sound good? Try to make it sound good. Well, the rings are spread out from this planet. Works pretty good for me. It's just a small little world. Getting her done. Will this one finish her off? 21%. That's what we need. Oh, just shy. Just shy. We're aiming for the center of that big box on the back side of the planet. Watching our probe go and close to center. Some of my buttons on my controller here have remapped themselves. I gotta find out what's going on here. Okay. Take some of these little worlds without the rings. So I was talking with somebody yesterday, Commander Orange Phoenix. I just feel like I'm bombing the planet when I'm launching my probes at it. Just imagine little inhabitants on that world just going about their daily little lives in their villages, and all of a sudden this probe comes flying down from space and just slams right into them. Increasing our speed some. Last night was one of my bad nights for sleep. It's one of those where I'd sleep for 10 minutes and then be up for an hour. It's like I was having little cat naps. And the dreams I were having were really, really weird. This happened once last week, and I had a dream that was really, it was so disturbing. I just got up. So it was no going back to sleep on it. That's how bad it was. Don't have dreams that often that do that, but this one, it did. It really did. We should be in range momentarily. Here we are. All right. 8 probes. 8 probes to be efficient. Okay. Always hit the center, hit north, south, east, and west. So that's 6 of our 8 probes. Okay. We've got 3 probes left. I'm going to fire one there. Fire one that way. And we're going to hold off before we launch this one toward the center. So I may reposition it. Actually, don't need it. All right, we got that world mapped. Oh, we'll probably go play with the ring one just for the... Got to quit doing that with the controls. That's bad. That's bad. We're going to go tag one of the ringed worlds as soon as we get this last one. Hey, good morning, Twin Cam. How are you doing today? Well, I'm sorry, good afternoon, Twin Cam. How are you doing today, sir? Welcome in. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome in Twin Cam Gaming, another good friend of mine, good friend of the stream. Don't know who he is, please click that link, go over, give him a follow. Leave his notification bell alone. Make sure you tell him Astro sent you over. I hope you're doing well this morning, sir. That wasn't the planet I needed. Triggered it on the one I'm already done, so I went to go into orbit on it. That's the planet I wanted. Planet number 11. There we go. Yep, busy recording and editing and getting set up for tonight. Excellent, sir. Excellent. I love your new setup. Looks great. This weekend, I'm going to go back into the room I was working on, get it, start working on it again, getting it ready for the studio. Still trying to decide to do with a couple of the walls. Still got to run electrical. I pulled out the new carpet I put in because it smelled like something had died in it. Got it from a big box store. It was okay. Put it in the room. Closed it for about 2 weeks. Went back in there and no. And there's nothing in the room, so I know nothing else happened in there. But then I had to pull up the padding because the padding absorbed the smell too. Thank you. It's going to get changed again tonight. Well, if you're going to do it, you got to do it to you're satisfied with it. I've got to run electrical. I've got to decide if I want to do a green screen, if I want to do acoustic foam panels behind me. Got to get a the soundproof blanketing on the wall, one of the walls. I have to decide what to do about ventilation because there is no vent in that room. But I know where the vent is that runs upstairs, so I could tap into it. Your new monitor stand has arrived. Good, good. I've also got to run the Ethernet cable through the wall. My wife's already complaining about that one because I told her I'm going to punch a hole through the wall. She started fussing at me about it, and it's like, I know what I'm doing. I can fix it. I'm just punching a small hole through the wall, running a very tiny piece of PVC between the two rooms, and the cable's going to run through it. That's all. I know how I'm going to do it. And I'm going to fix it up, and it's going to look nice. And when we go to sell the house and move, whatever that is, it'll be easy to patch up and cover. They'll never know it's there because they'll never see it. And it's going to be in a corner of the closet. That's going to be the studio. And then there's going to be a small piece. It's inside a little cubby section. So nobody's ever going to notice it unless they're really looking for it. Gas giant with ammonia-based life. All right. Had two holes run into the outside to run power and internet cables. I thought about doing one of the upstairs bedrooms, but she started balking about me drilling a hole through the floor upstairs and the ceiling down here. So I told her I could hide it, but I'd be punching a hole all the way through the drywall and still punching a hole through the floor. She didn't like that thought either. It's like, okay. So we tried to bargain a little bit. We still haven't reached a compromise, but she's more satisfied with that tiny little hole I'm going to punch through the cubby and into the closet than me, doing some major repair to the wall. But let's see, this is going to be a big planet. Let's see, we got 13 probes. Let's see how big she goes. Okay. Launch one there. That way. The community for the Elite Dangerous has been absolutely amazing. I've had so many people come up in here and give me advice and tips. It was all greatly appreciated. Well, if health and money wasn't an issue, I would have converted the attic. See, I got an upstairs bedroom I've been working on for a while, but when I started having problems with the arthritis, started having problems going upstairs, I wasn't able to finish it. So it's partially completed. Since the stuff is up there, I figured if I was going to turn that room into it, and eventually I'm going to have to, is just force myself to go upstairs and do it. Just finish it. And that's the room I really wanted to do it in. But she was dead set against it. Let's check that first impact point, see how it does. A little bit further out than what I really wanted, but I can live with that. need to do? I need to do... That one should hit where I want it. Ooh. I didn't realize that was probe 12. Okay, this one's got to count. If I want to hit the efficiency bonus, this one has got to give me 31%, and I mean 21%, and I know it's not going to. I know it's not. I'm going to miss my target. %. Well, missed the efficiency bonus on this one. Crap. That's all I'm going to say. I could say something else, but I'm going to be nice. That one should now finish it off. That one took a few more probes than it should have, but it's okay. It's okay. It's okay, Silver. I know. I know. We're going to hit a couple more of the other worlds while we're here. After I get these, I'm probably going to do 1 or 2 of the rings. Don't have much luck with the rings, though. The ringed worlds. Rings are always intercepting the probes. I can never quite get them right where I want them. But we're trying. We're trying. We're getting it. But I can't wait to get the new studio fixed up. I can move it in the closet. I can increase my stream times a little bit more. And my wife's happy I found something to keep me entertained and keep me occupied for hours. It keeps me out of her hair. I don't know if that's a good thing or bad thing. The bad part is she says it quite often, so I really don't know if that's good or not. Sometimes I'm afraid to ask. Not sure I really want to know the answer. Especially with her. Especially with her. You tick her off, she's like one of those little Cajun women. Boy, you get on their bad side. Ooh. Ooh. their little devilish streak comes out, oh my God. You better run for the hills. And even then, that's still not going to help you. Those little Cajun women, they got some feisty little attitudes. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Remember, I dated this one girl. She got mad at one of her friends, and in a restaurant, they almost had a knockdown, drag out fight. And I mean, me and the other guy who was dating her friend, man, we just got out of the way. There was no getting involved. You didn't want to get between them. Eventually, we had to separate them, and when we did, man, I came out with bruises and scratches and everything else. It's just like, crap. Felt like I'd been in a fight. I was just an innocent bystander. I didn't know what the hell was going on. Okay, we got 9 probes we can use on this world for efficiency. With the exception of the last world, everything has been directly on target. We have been efficient in all of them except the last one. Being a little careful with our targeting here to make sure we can get it right. That's probe 8 impacting now. Probe 9 is going to hit. Should have saved 9 for the backside of the planet. Oh, that's okay. That's okay. We've hit proficiency in all the others except for 2 now. But that's all right. We can live with that. We can handle that. We just won't get our bonus for these 2, but it's okay. That's me hitting the wrong button. Keep my finger off those controls. How many worlds have we picked up already today? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think we've done about 20 planets so far this morning. I think we've done about 20. We're just working on our rags to riches right now. Some of the worlds, I tried it one way. It seemed to work for me. Mention a clock. Yeah, just like me, I launched the first one at the center. I do north, south, east, and west. Unless it's a bigger world, then I do north, northeast, east, southeast. Everybody's got their little method that they use, how they feel comfortable with it, and they get used to their little patterns and all. I was shifting away from the planet in case I couldn't stop in time, because I was not going to go down onto its surface. Right. We're going to launch that one a little bit further to the backside. That one should land in a big part of the dead zone. 2%. We're off by 2%. Okay. Got that one complete. We're going to do these. After I complete planet 1 here, we're going to go to planet 4. We're going to do that one. That's going to be our ringed world we're going to practice with. Probably shouldn't do the ringed ones on stream because I'll probably end up cussing, but I'll keep it under control. Got to get the practice in for those rings. I got to learn to fling the probes to avoid them. Because for some reason, I can never hit the backside of the world. I have to fly on the backside of the rings to be able to do it. And I want to try to get them all from one place. Somebody suggested to me yesterday, and that's what I'm going to try, is I'm going to try to keep the rings on a nice, thin straight line where I'm looking directly at it, and then going from there. So I'm going to try it that way and see how it does. Should be in range in just a moment. There we go. I'm going to hold off on launching this last one for a moment. We're going to move outward to where we can go past the edge of the world to land a little bit more toward the backside. Imfried, thank you very much for the 5 bits, sir. Greatly appreciated. Thank you. Whoops. Okay. We got that world. Now, yeah, I would pick a gigantic gas giant, wouldn't I? Okay. Well, let's go play with the gas giant. Let's go see what we can do. We're going to test this out and see if I can do it. You know, it feels good to be back streaming after not being able to do anything in December like I wanted to. I was so mad and frustrated at my cable company for dragging this out for so long. And they were absolutely no help. I appreciate feeling like I have a friend when I'm here. And the one good thing about thirds, I'm actually able to stop in more now. Third shift. Believe me, Imfried, I'm glad you can. And, you know, just like in Jimmy's stream, everybody is more than welcome here. Everybody is. You know, just like him, I just want to have a nice, friendly area so that people can come in, relax, and have fun. And that's the key thing. And you know how I moderate in his stream, so you know I'm going to be doing the same thing in my own. That I'm not going to tolerate anything from anybody. But thank you. Thank you. You know, I made the agreement with him a long time ago when he started the partner push that this was even before I started streaming again, that I would never stream when he would. Never. The only exception to that was always Warzone Wednesday. Yeah, I mean, I just don't feel right. I feel like if I'm doing that while he's doing it, I can't moderate for him, and it. Oop, change my course a little bit so I can get where I want with those rings. But you know, it's always worked well, and he's the one who kind of pushed for me to get back into it. Hey, good morning, Hillbilly 359. How are you doing today, sir? Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome in Hillbilly 359, another good friend of the stream. If you don't know who he is, please click that link, go over, give him a follow. Leave his notification bell alone, and make sure you tell him Astro sent you over. You know, it's just the right thing to do. And like I said, the only time I ever did it was when we did Warzone Wednesday together. That was the only time that I ever streamed when he did. Oh, I'm doing great today, sir. Thank you. Thank you for asking. Now, actually, I've never done anything while he was streaming, except for that. And we were playing together. That was the only reason why. But I had to ask him to make sure he was okay with it before I actually did it. So I felt like because I had the agreement with him, I had to. And I just realized that I can't do this because, oh yeah, I can. I was thinking the asteroid rings would keep me from being able to launch the probes, but they aren't. But let's see. Oh, Big World gives me 21 probes to play with for efficiency bonus. I'd have to be a little bit careful with that. Watch out for. Still got to watch out for the rings. Still got to watch out for them. Okay, that one didn't go as far back as what I really wanted, but all right. So this one will kind of lob them a little bit. Check to see how the impact is on that first one. It looked like it landed at the polar region. So it's not going far enough back. Not really happy with where that one landed, but I'll accept it. I wanted that one to actually land more toward the ring of the planet, the outer edge of the planet itself, but should launch that one a little bit further over. Well, it looks like I got their north and south pole pretty good. Trying to gauge about I want that one to land closer to the center. This will be probe 15 of 21. Oh, I really overshot that one. That one was bad overshot. That was not where I wanted it to land. Not in the least bit. Probe 17. Nope, not happy with them. Not happy with them at all. Okay, what I've got to hit is right at the corner of the worlds. Right at the corner of the world, right at the edge. It's probe 19. I need 14%. Hey, USMC Vet, how are you doing today, sir? Welcome in. Hillbilly, each one has a certain efficiency bonus, an efficiency target of the number of probes you can use. It just depends upon the size of the world. This one has an efficiency bonus of 21 probes, and I've used 19. And I can't find the sweet spot. I can't find my sweet spot. But how are you doing this morning, USMC vet? Hope you're doing well, sir. Welcome in. That was a sweet spot. I need 6%. Just 6%. Come on, baby. Give me the 6. And he gave me 3. All right. Well, we've already lost the proficiency bonus, so glad to hear you're doing well, USMC vet. I'm doing good this morning. Still trying to wake up a little bit, but I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Oh, we got it. We got it. All right. Let's go check out our next star system that's on our target list. You know the feeling? Woke up to snow? I woke up to it being almost 60 degrees today. I'm tired of this weather jumping back and forth. If it's going to be warm, be warm. If it's going to be cold, be cold. Don't do this stuff because you're killing me. Killing me. Going to hit 90345. It's a class F star. We can get fuel there. It's 21 there. Oh, man. Like I said, I'd prefer it to be hot or cold. This jumping back and forth is just making everybody sick here. And it's not helping my sinuses any. All right, let's see how many worlds are here. 17. We're looking for planets 3, 4, and 5. Well, we're going to start at 5, then we're going to go down and we're going to fuel up at the last. Let's see. Whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay, there we go. So let's get some fuel. We're just going to go ahead and scrape it while we're here. We got to watch the heat. We've got I think it's a 1A fuel scoop to make sure we can fuel up faster. Making sure the heat is not doing too much damage to us. Fuel scoop is a 3A. So we can scoop fuel up at a faster rate. So I made sure to upgrade that in this hauler. I upgraded the frameshift drive engines, upgraded the life support, so I had 25 minutes in the event I did run out of fuel. I have removed the cargo bays to include the scientific equipment and a module repair system in case I stay too close to a sun while trying to refuel. Because I definitely don't want to die after all these planets that we've surveyed, because if I do, I will lose them all. And I'll just fly by the world I wanted to go to. Just wanted to give a scenic tour. That's it. We're going to come in on the dark side of the planet. So we do it slowly and carefully. The reason why I'm doing slowly and carefully is I played other games where I just plowed right straight to the planets. Okay, so this one gives me 7 probes. So we're going to launch the first one, dead center. Seven probes means that this is just a standard size world. Launch one at the North Pole. Launch one at the East. Launch one at the South Pole. And launch one to the West. Target goal is to get to 90% of the planet mapped. Once you get to 90%, it just automatically advances it to 100. I see, that's fine. Now we look at the back side of the planet, and we are going to take this one and we are going to lob it to the far side. We're going to let the gravitational pull of the planet pull that probe in to where we want it. Hopefully where we want it. Now, the biggest area is we want it dead center. And that landed dead center. So we've now got that world properly mapped out. Check. We're going to go to planet 4. We're going to let it take over the flying, especially after I've done the flybys on the other worlds. I'll remove the autopilot from it so I can slow down and stop at the distance I want so I don't actually orbit the world. Because some of the helpful tips that I was given was the fact you don't want to orbit them. You want to stay far enough back to where you can launch the probes to them. So one of the guides I read said you had to come in and you had to orbit the world to make it easier. No, it's not right. Okay. Watching our speed, watching our distance. We're waiting for the surface scanner to say that we are going too fast so we can slow down and then launch our probes. We are 1.5 light seconds away from the planet. Slow down as much as possible, which is 30 kilometers per second, I think. Another world where we have 7 probes. That little guide mark there, that white line right in the middle of the circle, I believe shows where the probe will land in relation to the edge of the world to help you judge when you loop around to the backside, when you lob them. And that should be all she wrote. It was close to center, but it's close enough that it completes our job. Okay, 5 is done. I'm sorry, that's world 4. We already did 5. Now we're going to world 3. Okay, we've got it selected. We're finding it. I'll turn on the autopilot for a moment. Getting our speed up. I went to a system the other day from star to first planet, 45,000. I had one the other day before I started exploring a cargo run. I swear that thing had 420,000 light seconds. It might have been 42,000, but I could have sworn it was 420. It took me a while to get there. So whenever I'm doing cargo runs now, I always try to be careful about the distance from the sun to the destination station, because that's go. There's a trading rail planet. Yeah, I use it. I use the silver. I use it. There are a lot of useful tools out there. A lot of them. All right, another standard size world, 7 probes. May get by without needing to launch one on the backside. Crossing fingers. No. Watch for the impact zone. Not quite dead center, but works. Okay, we're going to finish the other 2 planets here that we're going to do. Line them up and go to town. I found one that combines nearly all of it on one site. EDTB. That's the one I use. Oh, you found another one? Yeah, there are a lot of useful sites out there. Okay, thank you. I'll take a look at it. I guess I need to get away from Super Cruise here. I mean, the Super Cruise assist so I could take control back. It should give you an option whether or not you want to orbit the world or stop away from it. Okay, Planet 2. The button I wanted to hit. I wasn't ready to launch that probe. Let's go check the backside. Instead, I hit the wrong button and launched. We still hit the efficiency bonus, but still, I hated wasting that probe like that. Planet 2 is down. Now let's go tag number 1. After this, we'll start our journey back home. All right, Leo, head off. Awesome. All right, Twin Cam, thank you for stopping in, sir. You take it easy. Have yourself a good day, and I will catch you later on tonight sometime. Thank you for stopping in. Appreciate it. After this, after we map this world, we're going to start back to our new temporary home. relax, see how much credits we got out of this today. So we go roaring past the sun. I was getting ready to fly right past it. Already started moving away from it and hitting the speed brakes as fast as we could. Trying to be gentle on the controls. That's a bright little sucker. Maybe we won't have to hit the backside of it. Okay. Got the world complete. Check our galaxy map. We're going to head back to our temporary home of Darian, which is 85 light years. Now we're going to fuel up there. We're not going to go to the sun. It's only 4 jumps. That's not too bad. That's not bad at all. We can fuel up at all the suns along the way. Or we should be able to. Should be able to. Let's hope we don't come across a neutron star. Jump 2 on the way home. Trying to get a lot of practice in on fuel scooping for when I really go deep space. Should go to Betelgeuse. There are a lot of star systems I was told I needed to go pay a visit to. Okay, we are one more jump away. We don't really need to fuel, but we're going to do it anyway. Crap. Yeah, that was a bit too close. Yes, it was. Oh. Checking systems. Everything's still operational. Oh, well, that could be a reason why. Tried to launch the heat sinks and yeah, no. Yeah, I'd say I got a little close too. I'd say I'm still a lot closer to it. Son of a bitch. I was bound determined I was going to blow myself up, apparently. I was bound determined I was going to go boom. And with it would have gone all that wonderful information I gathered this morning. Oh, I forgot. This was not my... home system anymore. I moved. I'll have to wait for just a minute in case I get interdicted. Let's just see real quick. What is my exploration rank? Trailblazer, 44%. And I made sure to name this hauler Surveyor so I knew which one it was. But I moved to a system that's 2 or 3 jumps away, I believe, from here. Anyone ask for charred lamb for tea? Well, it's okay, Silver. You can scrape the blackened part off. It's a delicacy. I mean, hey, New Orleans, Chef Paul Prudhomme. Blackened redfish. That was good, too. That was good. I went there one time to eat it. Took a date. She didn't care for it. I ate mine. I ate hers, too. She ended up ordering something else, so I kept hers. Hey, man, you hate fish? Oh, man. Growing up in southern Louisiana, oh, fresh seafood. Oh, mm-mm, mm-mm. I loved it. Now up here in Kansas, can't eat the frozen stuff. I cannot eat frozen fish. It tastes funny to me. I remember one time in Baton Rouge, we had a new restaurant that opened up. A bunch of us went there to eat supper one night, bunch of friends. And we're sitting there and everybody's looking at each other because we all had a fish meal because the fish isn't fresh and they kept saying it was. Oh, we knew it wasn't. Okay, $515 credits and repairs for all the heat damage. So let's see. We gained 7.2 million credits today, which is pretty good. HIP 90345 brought in 2.7. HIP 90665 brought in 1.23. Oh yeah. We're now up to 32 million credits. And we've jumped up to Pathfinder at 3%. So we've gone 56% of the way through Trailblazer on up to here. So I'd say that was a pretty good goal for today. And we did it. And we did it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately, it is that time. Time for me to start the day. Time for me to get the wife up, get the dogs outside, get them fed. Got a few phone calls I need to make this morning to order some dog food. I wish to thank everybody for coming in this morning. And let me see who we can raid this morning. Who will we go pay a visit to? Let's see. Ah, yes. Good little family-friendly streamer. So stick around for just a moment while we go share the love this morning. We're going to go pay a visit to Mr. Rick's MLC. Thank you all for coming out this morning. I do greatly appreciate it. Thank you for the follows, the bits, the laughs, the chat, all of it. And I really do. Thank y'all so much. I'll be back tomorrow morning, 5 a.m. Central Time. Hope to see y'all then. And until that time, y'all take care, be safe, and my raid command just failed. Why? Well, apparently we might not be raiding this morning. Let me reload and see if I can get this thing to work. There we go. Now the command's going through finally. Everybody be careful. Twitch apparently is messing up again. But y'all take it easy. Y'all have yourselves a good day, and I'll see y'all tomorrow morning. Thanks again.